Hi Libra, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2023. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but I also want to remind you this is general for your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I more than appreciate you hitting that like button, commenting down below, telling me how this resonates, claim the success that you're meant for throughout the month, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't joined this amazing Libra tribe already. But I did pre-pull 2 oracles and a main tarot energy for us. I'm a Leo, Libra, Libra if you're new to the channel. And the main tarot we got was the star card, okay? And I did hear automatically when I pulled this, star energy, okay? Naturally, you could have Aquarius placements within your chart. I do feel as if, I know I personally have Aquarius in my North Node, talking about your life's purpose, your destiny, your future. But I do feel as if you're finding oneself being viewed in a very honorable, glowing kind of light through your business, through your day-to-day job, easily able to acquire a new job or an opportunity if that, they're saying, arises for you throughout the month. But we did get the feather card, talking about abundance, easy money flowing in at this time, being earned, people gifting you, I want to say. But I also feel like there's a very spiritually guided note to your month, naturally with the feather card. And I just feel like you could be a spiritual worker, a tarot reader. You could find oneself doing healing work in one way, shape, or form. I do feel like either way, your energy is quite a nice addition to where you live or where you work, or both. I do feel as if people naturally want to see more of what you're made out of, more of your work, people coming back for more. If you work online, beyond impressive, okay? And I do feel as if naturally it's a month full of abundance, well-deserved, okay? Well-deserved. And I'm now hearing well-spoken, okay? So I just heard other people are impressed, so you'll receive more. Interesting. However, that ends up working for you. But we also have the Gears card talking about money flow, your hard work, naturally as a Libra. Bear with me as I hit the camera. But I do feel like the gears of your mind, that's taking a highlight in more than one way. I feel like people who once stopped tuning into your business or stopped purchasing from you are now coming back. It's like past efforts paying off in a lot of ways. I do feel like you're growing through your work exponentially. You're seeing something gradually increase as you grow through it all. And I really do feel like there's a lot of synchronicities taking place for you individually. Feathers naturally being one of which, angel numbers, what other people would potentially view as coincidences, right? Which is simply the work of spirit. But we also have the cup card over here at the bottom of the deck, talking about overflowing prosperity. Absolutely beautiful. A very Nine of Cups kind of vibe, a fulfilling month to say the least, okay? I feel like you're consistently putting in the work and seeing your efforts pay off all the meanwhile. And people are viewing you as somebody who's going places, okay? But there's going to be a push at a certain point to stop and trust your intuition and even ask oneself, what do I truly want, right? Is this new job or the continuation of which at hand, an already existing job, bear with me, is it going to be right for me, work in my favor moving forward, right? We want to make sure that you're not sticking with or taking on an opportunity that, one, will be too much, or two, is going to be bad in energy or just not the right fit for you. And you're very intuitive at this point along your path, which could be playing into your work in one way, shape, or form, or fully is what they're saying. But at the very least, you're going to need to tap into that intuition and pick and choose the spiritual guidance coming through the downloads and figure out what's going to work for you moving forward. Okay, some decisions to make. But I do feel like Spirit's pushing some of you to start a new bank account, okay? Whether that's a savings and or a checking account. But I do feel like, okay, I just heard your risky behavior. Anyways, I feel like you're very mature throughout the month in regards to getting things accomplished. And I feel like you're just mulling things over but not overthinking, okay? Easily coming up with solutions when need be. And Spirit saying everything will get accomplished when it's meant to, okay? When it's meant to. Thoughts of past work coming to mind. You could be pushed to review your own work, to basically be impressed by what you've created or developed, okay? Okay, that was a bit feisty. I feel like that was key wording, but the Hanging Man and the Queen of Cups, yeah, you might be pushed to adjust your perspective in regards to an opportunity at hand, in regards to whether or not to stick with a situation. That could even be a home opportunity. But I do feel like either way, this is talking about you hanging from the tree of wisdom and showing people what you're made out of, okay? When you see an angel number throughout the month, make sure to look up the number. Even if you already have once done so for that specific number, there's something else that you are meant to read or to pick up on, okay? But I do feel like there's thoughts of past spending, potentially frivolously, excuse me if I could even say it. And there's thoughts of a past big financial investment that didn't work out in your favor. I feel like it's connecting to what's at hand or just a choice moving forward. But the Queen of Cups, because I do feel like you have a golden way about you, right? As I'm being drawn to the gold imagery in those two cards. And I feel like your caring nature is taking a highlight and being viewed as a pillar of golden success, okay? I feel like for those especially who work online, you're going to be noticed by certain people. Heads will churn when you're out and about. And I feel like you're looking good throughout the month, and that's helping you confidently achieve what you need to, and even again, potentially acquire an opportunity. Spirit's saying this is going to be a year. I know we're just speaking upon January, but it's just a glimpse of the success you're meant for moving forward throughout the year and how many doors are meant to open for you. And I feel like I just heard setting into motion, but I feel like you are seeing your groundwork or your foundation for a business, a project, something of the sort. It could be for your day-to-day job or jobs, that paying off for you, okay? Seeing, past efforts pay off to say the very least, okay? But I do feel like you are, you're even impressing oneself. I feel the need to say again, but I feel like a lot's coming towards you, people expecting things at a specific time, and you being one to remind others that while you're being reminded in certain ways, divine timing is at play, that this will get done when it's meant to, right? Whether you're providing a service or a product for your business or accomplishing something through your job, it's just this feeling that it will get done when it's meant to. You can't rush. They're saying perfection or just the work of a star, okay? But you're being reminded in certain ways that completion leads to happiness. I feel like this is in regards to a past living situation, a past job. It could be more than one situation for you, or this could be more in regards to you putting effort towards preparing for. They're saying laying the groundwork for an upcoming completion and replacement potentially, or just a completion. Depends on your situation. But again, I feel like you're glowing throughout the month, and that's taking a highlight. People seeing you as a very abundant individual, okay? You might slip up on your words occasionally throughout the month, but it works to your advantage, or it just gives that relatability about your work. I feel like people will see more of what you have to offer, as I feel like there's the potential for you to be discovering a new skill set or multiple throughout the month. I just heard what you're made out of, okay? But your sunny demeanor, but peaceful way of being takes a highlight through in the eyes of others when you're out and about spending money, just doing your own thing, taking care of oneself, running errands, and even through your work for your business and or your job or jobs, okay? And people are noticing how passionate you truly are. And I feel like there's a focus on your hands, okay? Your hands. And how expressive you truly are in a non-forcing kind of way, however that comes through for you. Let's pull one for the right side. The High Priestess, naturally, okay? And so I do feel like it's a time for you throughout the month of January to just float through the accomplishing of what you need to, right? When something, it doesn't come to be easily, it needs to happen at a different time, period, okay? You can't force it, and I feel like you're not trying to, but there needs to be a reminder at a certain point for you just to kind of come back to it at a different time when the energy's better, or do you know what I'm saying? It might be something completely different, like the lighting for some of you, especially if you record. But I do feel like your vision is coming into play, okay? How do you see something prospering moving forward? How do you see oneself being successful in the future? I feel like, I said that really weird. I sense that you're thinking about how to bring in more money, but again, it's a month where there's easy money to be made, but you want more of which. When you see success for your business or through your job, you start to find oneself, I just saw 1010 on the timestamp, you start to see oneself being hungry for more, right? Getting hungrier. It's like you're grateful. You absolutely are acknowledging the success and growth and money flowing in at this time. But it's you just feeling like, okay, I want to keep this going, right? I don't want to drop the ball. I want to keep the ball rolling in my favor. And you truly are. And I feel like you're being quite to oneself in regards to your financial decisions, how much you have, in your account or accounts or on hand in cash. Or even when it comes to a future change you're planning for or thinking about, mulling over, just being very, coming off very mysterious, I want to say, through your work. To those who notice you, people are thinking about you a lot. I don't know why that's coming through. You have people's minds racing rather, just kind of perplexed, I want to say. But you're coming off very mysterious when you're approaching a new opportunity, okay? When you're producing and developing for your career in general. And I feel like, again, I just feel the need to say you're very impressive. And it's this feeling where you don't need to overdo it. There's going to be a reminder throughout the month as well, less is more, okay? Your rambles will be inspiring, okay? Your storytelling will be quite on point, but you taking a moment to catch your breath, which is interesting because I won't stop talking in your reading. That's going to benefit your work or whatever you're accomplishing, who you're communicating with. It will benefit that in so many ways, okay? But I feel like things are aligning for you. I'm getting that from these pillars here. A very Four of Wands kind of message coming through where things are just kind of falling into place as they're meant to. And you're also being reminded, if you're looking to acquire a new job or a new opportunity, a business expansion, or the beginning of one, that door opening will, one, feel intuitively right for you, and right in energy, but it won't feel super difficult. Okay, they're showing a door stopper. It will feel almost as if the wrong door won't open all the way or at all for you. Okay, and if it does and you feel it feels off to you, you need to trust that. Okay, because I feel like naturally with the Four of Cups here, you're going to be easily manifesting at this time when it comes to money intake, when it comes to new opportunities, options, right? Having choices to make moving forward. Just saying one in particular takes a highlight throughout this month, okay? And it will just end up happening when it's meant to, so you need to trust that once again, okay? But the King of Swords here, because I really do feel as if, okay, they want this one. The attention you're receiving is giving you more abundance, plain and simple, okay? And I feel like also quality over quantity is taking a highlight just as much as less is more at certain points. But the King of Swords for the center of your reading, because I really feel like you're being viewed as this wise, for some, an old soul, right? Regardless of your age or experience at this point along your path. Somebody who just knows what they're doing, okay? Very wise and has the gifts, the skill sets to take something far, take something to new heights, okay? You may find oneself coming up with new ideas on how to spice things up to see something more successful. You could be given by spirit through your thoughts or your dreams a specific new business idea, okay, or a way to change something again, or just in general to work more to your advantage, to benefit the growth of which, or to bring you in more money. Make sure to write whatever this is down for you, okay? Whatever this is for you, make sure to write it down, because I do feel like you have a lot going on and your memory won't be amazing per se. I mean, it might be better than some other Libras drawn to this reading, but I feel like either way, they're saying write it down. We don't want you to risk losing it. But we also have the Hermit here, because I feel like it's a very to oneself kind of month for you, where your money and career takes a huge focus, okay? Naturally. I mean, you were drawn to this reading for a reason, but it's a month where you're seeing oneself very spiritually connected through it all, once again, and that's working to help you out, even if there's some spiritual messing with, okay? Will speak to you and things will come out in the way they're meant to. Things will be accomplished in the way they're meant to. But I feel like with that Hermit card, you're being viewed, as I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles, You're being viewed as a wise leader in your own individual way or ways, and that's even benefiting other people, okay? Your work will inspire, your work will help, and your work will show even kind of what you're going through on a soul level, through your voice, through your mannerisms, how you express oneself, through what's brought up, okay? A bit of an open book, but very mysterious in a lot of other ways, okay? There's going to be one thing that you create or develop throughout the month, and that's going to entail a lot of patience, okay? Potentially having to do it over and over and over to get it to the way it's meant to be. But I feel like once you get to that final product accomplished, on point, okay? But you may need to have patience when it comes to energy at home, at work, both potentially. Yeah, anyways. I feel like you're either way, even if you wouldn't consider oneself or label yourself as an empath, I feel like you're affected by energy, at least to a certain extent. But that could be benefiting your work all the meanwhile, okay? What else do we have for Libra? I feel like you are flowing in the way you create, develop, again, your mannerisms, your motions, the words, the messages you convey, okay? This effortless reminder that you effortlessly, for the most part, create and develop for your business or for your job because it's tied up into your life purpose, or it's just something where you're meant to easily achieve and earn money, okay? Put the money aside is what I'm hearing. Put the money aside. It's not a month to overspend, as I feel like you will be responsible in regards to paying things off and just getting it out of the way, and then treating yourself a little bit, but they're saying we want you to make sure that you're not overspending, okay? It's key for you at this time, but naturally a lot of communication with the Eight of Wands flying onto the ground. And it, just like Sagittarius reading I just did, I feel like this month will speed on by for you because you're so busy and just hardworking and communicating your way to success, to say the very least, okay? Things on the distance is what I'm hearing. Things on the distance as far as new opportunities, success. People will keep coming back for more is what I'm getting, okay? People will compliment you, praise you throughout the month. Eat it up, excuse me. You deserve it, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is well coming out because I really do feel like there's a lot of strategy wrapped up into your work. Wow, I got a bit shaky there. And I feel like you are overly serious when producing and developing a lot of the month. There are fun moments and happy moments, right? And jokes to be cracked even, I want to say, through your work, but whatever mood you're, they're saying portraying, embodying, it is coming through in your work, it's purposeful, okay? I feel like everything's very purposeful throughout your month, but we naturally have the Strength card here because I feel like you're giving off very strong vibes, okay? That playing into the overly serious way of being, but I just feel like you know what you're doing and you're doing it well, and I feel like you're brainstorming and creatively coming up with new ways to see oneself more successful and how to make more money. And I do feel like you will just intuitively again feel out how to move forward, okay? But I do sense that you are a little bit guarded for whatever reason that's coming through, whether it's at work, at home, both. But I do feel as if there are certain levels of fulfillment and gratification taking place throughout the month where you need to pat oneself on the back and remember that you are a hardworking soul, and your hard work up until this point along your path is paying off. And there's a reminder that every opportunity, even living situations, I want to say, but more so work, up until this point, even if they had their negatives or ended horribly, I want to say, or not in the right way, it was all purposeful, okay? I feel like it's this reminder that you pick up on new skill sets from every opportunity and situation that you go through, even coping and strategy, stuff of that nature, okay? And so there may be some of which that you have to re-tap into, okay, or utilize, and that might be part of why you're going through this remembering. But I do feel like it's an overall very successful, productive, busy kind of fast-paced month for you, but you feel quite grounded as far as your energy goes, right? Things just flowing as they're meant to, you flowing as you're meant to, seeing oneself again easily making money and very intuitively connected, spiritually connected, and that benefiting your work however that works for you, okay? Let people praise you, pat oneself on the back and recognize that there's even more success ahead for you in the remainder of the year. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.